Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined today by a voice you might not have heard too many times before. Shaun De Lange, welcome to the show, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Only a
Rock
pleasure.
and roll.
Yeah, man. How's things going there, man?
Oh yeah, it's good. Just finished training. Now, yeah, gonna have a chat with you and hanging out in the gym. Um,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Well, Shaun, a lot of questions I really want to ask. You're an interesting character in the MMA world for local fans. We don't. Um, you're one of that small percentage of the world that isn't flaunting their daily lives on social media. So, bit of a social media Ronin or a renegade, if you like. So just tell
yeah.
us, man, what you've been up to in the silence period since we last saw you fight.
Um, well, to break it down in simple terms, I've been focusing on things that I want to achieve in life, and I've really put a lot into it, and I'm a farmer, man. That's something I hold dearly to me, and it's something I really pursued. And yeah, then once I really found my feet in that, I decided to get back in the cage, fight again too. So now I'm pretty much doing both.
Okay,
And yeah,
that's
yeah,
fantastic.
man.
What sort of farming are we talking about here, Shaun?
We're talking like full on everything. I grow vegetables. There's a dairy that we run. We have to take care of animals, and it's pretty much we're trying to go self-sustainable in the
Okay,
sense of yeah, provide everything for ourselves.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you're kind of saying like more recent time away was just to kind of get all of those things under control and get the life outside of fighting sorted out.
Yeah, because I had I was just it felt like when I was training before I was doing this, I was eating bad. I didn't feel like I could give it what I wanted to, achieve what I wanted to with what I had at the time.
Okay.
And so I decided, okay, right, let's step back, let's focus on the other things I want to do. And man, I'm 25 years old. I'm super young. I've been around for quite a while. And yeah, now it's time to get back in. And
Fantastic.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
no,
So it's we've seen quite a few breaks in your careers. Is it just been a fact of not getting fights, or have you tried to kind of delay your career, perhaps? Take it a bit slower, not taking every fight that gets thrown your way, or what's that all been
yeah,
like?
that's pretty much it. It's taking my time. Yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah, man. There's a to fight the way I want to fight. It's a lot of preparation. It's a lot I have to put in beforehand, and yeah, that's pretty much and to just achieve that really takes a lot. And I just had to get all my ducks in a row, and yeah,
Okay.
now now I don't think I think I'm going to be around for a while. I don't think I've ever gone like past a year and a half of competing. I've always kind of gone for so long and then you know break. And
Sure.
yeah, now I want to stick in and yeah,
Okay.
take it as far as I can.
Lovely, man. You said
Yeah.
you were speaking a bit about your preparations there. So just run us through. Obviously, farm life is a busy one. So, what is your training schedule
Yeah.
like at the moment? Like, are you doing 2 days, 3 days? Just give us an example of how your life pans out at the moment.
It's pretty much 6 days a week of like 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the evening. Working. I pretty much I work a full day's job on the farm, and then it's train before I go to work, and it's train at work around lunchtime, and then it's
Sure.
come back and train again till about 9, 9:30. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's how it goes. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
But
No, I definitely don't envy that, man. That sounds like a
no,
lot of work in one
no,
day.
I don't wish this life upon anybody. It's hard.
And
Yeah.
then how do you supplement that around? Like, I heard you guys saying you were winding down with a bit of yoga and stuff like that, trying to kind of find the balance. And How important is
Yeah.
that sort of thing to you?
Oh, of course, it's super important, man. You gotta. There's there's so much to this. You gotta. Like, I can't just do. How can I say? I don't. I don't. I wouldn't. You can't just go full blast the whole time. You need to have some things where it's completely different as well to what you're used to. Like me doing yoga, man. I do simple stretches and exercise, and it messes with my brain because I just don't know how to. I don't know. I struggle to articulate these movements and figure out how to get into that. Just that movement, and that alone, helps you to unlock different ways of moving, different, I don't know, just flexibility, and that allows you to move differently. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, I don't really know how to get into that. Yeah,
no, yeah, that could be a whole nother day's worth of topic, but
yeah,
it's super interesting to see how guys are starting to supplement in like flexibility and mobility and stretches, and also like calm the mind. You're putting your body through a rough amount of work in a week. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
always interesting
exactly.
to hear how guys are supplementing in different forms of training to go with the everyday hammer and tong. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's quite cool to hear. Obviously, the major talk coming up is we're going to get to see you fight again in what's deemed as the new era, the super sport era in the EFC banner.
yeah.
Did this galvanize you? Like, say, okay, look, like EFC is really making big strides. Now's a good time to get back into it, or was it an itch that was already happening?
Yeah, it was already happening. Look, I mean, like I remember back in the days, it was on
Super
SuperSport,
Sport, yeah. I think you fought
I
Bruno
think,
Makulu on Super Sport, in fact.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I think Rootman as well, and
sure.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, no, this is like I'm not really trying to climb on a bandwagon, but it's just felt like it's my time to get back in. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
And what can people expect from you? Obviously there would have been new fans that are jumping on board now that maybe don't know who you are and what you're about. Maybe people that haven't seen you in so long that perhaps they've forgotten what you're about. So what would you say? What can they expect from you?
man, you can expect all that same, uh, that crazy. Man, I'll fight anywhere, any position, stand up, ground. I've really just honed in my skills and just gotten more crafty and more skilled, yeah, more clinical in what I do, and yeah, this is gonna be one hell of a fight, I reckon.
For sure.
Yeah, and Tinius, he's also, he's got that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come in as a bit of a wrestler. He's gonna try and he'll throw some strikes and probably try and close the distance and take me down and work his ground and pound. But yeah, we'll see. I Yeah, I got some tricks up my sleeve, but I mean, I'm never gonna change from how can I say the way I fight. I'm just always I'm all in, and yeah, I'll fight anyway.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah,
Obviously, if we take a blanket look over your career, you've got some massive wins against some really big guys, and then your last loss, Joe Cummins, it was one of those weird ones. I felt like we didn't really get to see, the true mixed martial artist that you are. Um,
yeah. No, I'm really not happy with that.
yeah,
What went
sure.
down that
So
night.
so so how
Yeah.
how have you changed? What have you gone back to work on? And like obviously the lessons learned from
No,
that loss.
you see, the thing with that night is I came in there, I was way too lackluster, and I had little issues backstage that I didn't address. I was sitting there way too chill, just being like, whatever. I'll fight regardless. I don't care about that. And it cost me, like the hand wraps. I was under the impression, the guy's like, yeah, the wraps are tight, but it'll eventually come loose and mold to your hands. And an hour before the fight, I'm like, yo, this is not. This is actually feel like it's restricting my hands. It's blocking off circulation. And when it's an hour to the fight, didn't really have enough time to wrap it, so we tried to cut off pieces and whatnot. And man, we were so close to just cutting off the whole wraps. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So I went in and I just decided, you know what, just leave it. It's fine. I'll be all right. And then yeah, man, got caught. Generally, I can grab onto someone's wrists or grab onto, like in a clinch, and
Sure.
I got that strength. I can hold it. I got the squeeze, but nah, that was all wrecked. But I mean, that's the things I got to learn. I'm not gonna, I won't be okay with my hand wraps not being how I want them, and that's one of the, and just backstage, if there's any issues, sort them out, deal with them, make it right, and yeah, then fight. That was the only real thing. It's just being too lackluster
Okay.
backstage. Yeah,
Okay, man, and I guess those things do happen. I mean, I've witnessed things like that happen firsthand. Like, guys just don't get out of the change room, and there's weird little things that get in the way. I mean, it's a hell of a thing you have to do from the change room to go do that walk and get into a cage. So I mean, you got to kind of take the small things seriously. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.
yes,
So
that's exactly it. Yeah.
yeah, so obviously, you lost to Joe Cummins, who's gone on to claim the lightweight title. Just
Yeah.
just an interesting question, Shaun. Do you stay up to date with the fights? Are you a fight fan? Do you watch them at all?
I watched the EFCs for sure.
Okay,
I
so
mean, I watched the last one. I
sure.
saw Joe Cummins do his whole, what's it, lay and, or not lay and pray, but his whole wrestler kind of thing. I mean, this guy's supposed to be what, silky smooth, stand up, fucking whatnot, and yeah, he just played that. I mean, props to him, he won, but yeah, I would love to fight him again. To be honest, I'd really love to.
And
I think I just,
he's definitely not going up to welterweight. So would you consider trying to get down to lightweight?
well, I mean, geez, I'm on weight there. I mean, I could go down, but I don't want to do that weight cut. I'm not a fan of weight cutting.
Sure,
I don't like that.
sure. But
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll want to be like like a double champ type thing, double weight division champ. Want to come up to welterweight.
okay, so you'll wait for him there. So we can't convince you to do a bit of a cut to get down.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, you'd have to do a lot of convincing. I really don't like weight cutting, that kind of stuff. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I used to cut massive amounts, like, yes, when I was way younger, I was way too, eating too much of the good food and being overweight. And yeah, I mean, cutting like 8 kilograms and stuff like that, that is, no, man, you can't do that. I
yeah,
don't know, it doesn't suit me.
sure.
Yeah.
So you say you're walking around on weight, ready to go, eh?
Yeah, man, I'm like 2 kilograms off, yeah. I mean,
Fantastic. Fantastic.
pretty much put in a heavy training session. I can like make weight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously you got a bit of good news. A couple of fights didn't make it on the main card. So you and the Marcel Teniers have been bumped up to the main card. Is that any different for you, or it's still just the same old show?
Yeah, same old. I mean, it's what I wanted. I remember when the fight was first, we were first dealing with signing for the fight. I wanted it to be on the main card, and yeah, it just works out, eh?
Oh yeah, awesome stuff,
Yeah.
man. I think it's a fight. I mean, from your respects, it's a guy we want to see on the main card, especially in this new era. The reality is that there will be some fans tuning in on SuperSport that don't know who you are,
Exactly. Yeah.
and they get to witness that, and I think that's a great thing for everybody involved. So
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm super excited. Cool, Shaun. Just to start wrapping it up, man. I know we described what they can expect from you, but what would your last message be to the fans tuning in on Fight Night? What would you say to them?
I'd say don't be late. Make sure you're there like when it kicks off, because otherwise you're gonna miss my fights. And I'll tell you what, I'm coming to fight, and I'm gonna fight hard.
Fantastic,
And
man.
yeah, man, it's I'm feeling really good about this one. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I mean, look at that Dino Baghdadi fight, that last one.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Yeah, so let's see what happens in this one, eh?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Massively exciting to have you back. I was super excited when they announced that you were back, man. It's a great thing to have you back on the roster in a division that's wide open.
Yeah,
Um,
cool,
you
man.
know, you bring the fireworks, you always bring the excitement, and I implore anybody who's never seen you fight, make sure, like Shaun has just said, make sure you put your TV on or you arrive at the Grand West Casino at the right time. Otherwise, you're going to miss
Yeah,
one hell
don't
of a
be
fight.
late. Yeah.
Fantastic, man. Shaun,
And yeah,
go for it.
thank you too. I've also I've listened to some of the interviews you've done, and you're also doing good work. And
Thank you, my
yeah,
bro. Really, really appreciate that. Shaun, before you go, I'm not going to let you leave. I know the social media thing is a new thing to you. I know you're getting some help there. I know you're on Instagram. What is the
yeah.
handle? Where can people find you? We're coming to get you this time.
It's yeah. You can you can go. You can pop on Instagram. It's the only one I got for now.
Sure.
But yeah, pop on Instagram and then you just look for Ayster. That's YZSTER underscore Shaun De Lange. Yeah,
And for the English folk out there, what does that mean?
iron, like an iron lion. Yeah, man, I'm tough as
Fantastic.
nails.
Damn straight.
But yeah,
Fantastic, brother. Thank you so much for your
all right.
time, man. Enjoy the rest of what's left for the camp and the farming and all of the stuff in between, man. Like I said, massively exciting to have you back. Can't wait for fight night. Welcome back to the show, bro. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll chat to you soon.
Yes, man. Yeah, it's good to be back. All right, see you soon. Yeah,
Fantastic. Thank you,
cheers.
bro. Ciao, man.
Yeah, cheers.